Nothing feels like a Mizuno. I bet you've heard that before. The idea that Mizuno make the best feeling irons in the world. Well, I want to do a little experiment and see if that is actually the case or whether it's all marketing hype.
That's the best one so far.
So I've recently been sent 3 new sets of Mizuno irons, which the full reviews will be coming soon, don't worry. But I want to do a little experiment first about feel, this idea that nothing feels like a Mizuno. I wanted to see if I could do a test that was all about feel, taking competitor irons and see if real golfers can actually see which one feels the best and if Mizuno does in fact come out on top. So first things first, I needed some golfers. So I put out a tweet to ask for volunteers to head down to Quest Golf Academy. I managed to sift through all the applicants to get a mixed ability of golfers to come and participate in this experiment. So once I'd got the golfers ready, the next thing to do was get the clubs prepared. I had 5 7-irons, one of them being the Mizuno. And I had them all in the same shaft and re-gripped in identical grips. And the clubs I chose were the Coba Forged Tech, the Ping i500, the new TaylorMade P790, the PXG 0311T, and then lastly the Mizuno HMB 7-iron. I picked these 5 irons because they're very similar. They're all player irons with hollow head designs, all offering soft feel, and they're all forged. And the other good thing, sat down behind the golf ball, they look so unbelievably similar. So then I put a coloured star sticker on the end of each club on the grip, so that the player knew which club they were hitting, whether it was the red star, the green star, the blue star, whatever it was. Disclaimer, this test in particular was about feel, but when buying new irons, let that only be a factor of your buying decision. Performance is key, looks, and then obviously price. But this test was all about how the club felt. Now before the players got hitting, I asked them one important question. In their opinion, which brand made the best feeling irons?
Generally people say Mizuno, don't really nothing feels like a Mizuno.
I'd probably say Mizuno's.
Everybody says Mizuno.
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 Yeah.
Mizuno.
And one guy hadn't even hit Mizuno.
I'd have to say Mizuno, having never played them, but based on the marketing.
And it doesn't end just there. I also asked the same question on social media, and there seemed to be just one name that kept coming up. So the test itself, I got each player to come into the bay and hit their club first to warm up. Once they were warmed up with their own club, I then passed them randomly one of the irons and told them not to look at the back of the iron, not to turn it around. The only thing they could do is sit the club behind the ball and hit.
That's the best one so far.
Don't like that as much.
That feels soft and springy.
That one felt the softest.
Wow, what an experiment. To have a group of golfers hit clubs having no idea what brand they were, what they looked like and how much they cost, and rate clubs solely on feel. When I talk about feel, I'm talking about when that club hits the ball. That's all it was rated on. It wasn't about performance, feel alone. And each golfer ranked the 5 irons from their most favourite, which awarded that club 5 points, to their second favourite, got 4 points, third got 3 points, fourth got 2 points, and their least favourite of the 5 only earned 1 point for that club. We've got some results, and the results are so interesting. And as you can see, the club with the most points was in fact the Mizuno iron. The golfers in this test ranked the Mizuno the best feeling iron on a blind test, with 3 of the 6 golfers rating it as their #1 favourite. There is definitely some weight in that line. There's nothing that feels like a Mizuno. I want to highlight a couple of things, however. 3 of the golfers didn't rank Mizuno as their #1. 2 of the golfers ranked the PXG as their favourite feeling iron, and 1 of the golfers picked the TaylorMade to be their favourite feeling iron. And it just goes to show, feel is subjective. We all feel differently when we hit golf shots. What would have been interesting for me is if all the golfers would have known they were hitting the Mizuno, would they have all ranked it as #1 position? Because you saw at the start, that's what their perception was. They perceived that Mizuno made the best feeling irons. And that's something to note when you test clubs. Don't just follow the marketing hype behind product. Try and go in with an open mind. Performance is key, looks and feel is definitely a big factor. But as you've seen from this experiment, Mizuno definitely make great feeling irons. They've done unbelievable in this test. But there are other clubs that feel just as good, if not better, than the Mizuno in some people's opinion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.